Welcome to Rick's Diecast Racing. I'm your host, Racing Rick, here along with my sidekick, Sandy.
Happy to be here.
I'll tell you what, sidekick, it's not looking good right now. You have not been picked to race so far. How are you feeling?
I'm ready to race. I want to get picked.
Well, the wheel of fate just has not struck you down yet. We'll see what happens here coming up in the next few races. Still plenty of time for you to defend that championship. How you feeling about that?
I'm ready. Let's go.
All right, let's get on to meeting our first 4 cars competing tonight.
Frenzy, Gun, Lobster Tail, Halo. Starting us off tonight, up front we're going to have Frenzy on the inside, Gump on the out. In the back row we'll have Lobster Tail on the inside, Halo on the out. Let's get to racing. We are racing. It's Frenzy out to a fast start coming down that first straightaway. But you've got the ever dangerous Gump there trying to challenge him. And Gump does take the lead. Frenzy gets a little spun around. And it looks like Lobster Tail's going to be challenging him for second as we come down here to that final straight. Gump's got a huge lead. Gump's going to take first easy. And then Frenzy holds off Lobster Tail, followed up by Halo. Gump with a nice smooth run that first round as all 4 cars made it across the finish line. Let's see what happens next. We are racing. This Frenzy out to a bit of a lead, being challenged there by Lobster Tail and Gump. And Gump makes a move right there on that killer straight, and Frenzy gets a little twisted up. This is much like the first races. You got Gump out there hugely coming down to that final stretch. It is going to end up being Gump, Lobster Tail, Frenzy, and a DNF by Halo. And it was Armageddon Corner taking out Halo as he gets a DNF, and that's not good. That's not what you want to do here at the Commendale Raceway.
Okay, let's head back up to the top.
Halo really needs to get it going on as he's only got 1 point so far, but he's got 2 races left to make up some points. We are racing. It's Lobster Tail out to a bit of a lead there over Halo. And you can see Gump is trying to find a lane here to take over to get back up there towards that top of that pack where he usually runs. But no, it's Lobster Tail putting a bigger and bigger lead. And there goes Gump trying to make his move again. Come down here. It is going to be Lobster Tail, Halo, Gump, and then Frenzy. Halo sets up front, and he needs something to happen here to keep him being eliminated. We are racing. It's a nice little group coming down here into that first set of turns. Frenzy's got the lead. Now they're all going to line up here. Look at their nice straight line coming down here into Armageddon Corner, down into Drifter Straight. And here comes Gump trying to make a big move, coming into that final straight. Oh, Gump takes a hard hit right there on the wall. It's going to be Frenzy, Halo, Lobster with a DNF by Gump as we slow it down here. Watch, he gets pushed up. Gump gets pushed up on the wall and then hits something and just goes flying through the air.
Oh, I hope he's okay.
The report we've gotten from down on the track is Gump is okay as he landed on all 4 tires. Check out the points that they put up here in round number 1 of tonight's race. Is very impressive. Lobster and Gump will be going on to the bonus rounds. Frenzy will be coming back next week, and Halo has been eliminated. Criss Cross. The Streak, Bean, Red Wine. Let's hope for some good clean racing action like we had in that first heat, folks. As up front we're going to have Criss Cross on the inside, the Streak on the out. In the back row we have Bean on the inside, Red Wine on the out. We are racing, and it's a Streak out to a lead over Criss Cross coming down into that first set of turns. And Criss Cross still holding on to second place as the Streak is trying to get a bigger lead. And here we go down into that final set of turns as the other 3 cars are bunching up back there. Streak's got a nice lead. It's going to be the Streak, Criss Cross, Red Wine, and Bean.
Okay, let's head back up to the top.
Nice first race we had here, this heat number 2. Let's see what happens next. We are racing. And it's a Streak out to a nice lead right before we hit that first set of turns. They're lined up 1, 2, 3, and 4 as they come down here, as it is still the Streak followed up by Bean and then Red Wine. As we come down here to that final stretch, the Streak's got it going on, and oh, looky here comes Criss Cross coming down the dirt. Oh, look at this close finish it's going to be. Holy cow, I don't know who got first. I know the Streak's going to be 3rd. Criss Cross is going to be 4th, but who took first?
What a race.
We're going to slow this down as much as we can. We're going to see how Streak went from 1st to 3rd. He went to the inside and that opened up the door on the outside for both Bean and Red Wine to make a move up here. Look at this down here at the finish. Boom. They passed up the Streak. right there at the finish line. I'm going to give the edge to Red Wine. I don't know, what do you guys think? I watched it 4 times now. Leave me a comment down below and let me know what you think, if I'm right. Boy, oh boy, what a race that last one was. Let's hope we can have the same kind of action-packed race this time around. We are racing. It's Bean out to a fast start out of that gate as he's got first place locked in here as we come down into that first set of turns. But he's being now challenged by Red Wine, is really battling it out with him. Could we have another epic finish like we had that last race, folks? As we come down here to that final set of turns, down into that final straight, Crisscross is really starting to slow down here, folks, as it is going to end up being Bean, Red Wine, then the Streak, and Crisscross. What a battle we got going on to see who will be moving on to the bonus rounds this week. Is this between the Streak, Bean, and Red Wine? This Crisscross has pretty much been eliminated unless all 3 of those other cars get a DNF and he crosses that finish line as his only chance. We are racing. And this Red Wine out to a bit of a lead. Here comes the Streak moving into second place as he needs a first place finish here to be able to move on to that bonus rounds for sure. Just to go ahead and clinch that in, but he ain't going to be able to get it because look at that Red Wine moving on fast here. It's come down here to the end. It is going to be, oh, Red Wine with a hard hit, followed up by the Streak, Bean, and then Crisscross. It is going to be Red Wine and the Streak moving on to the bonus rounds this week as Red Wine had a very impressive debut, much like Gump did. And Bean will be back next week as Crisscross has now been eliminated. Sorry about that there, Mo. I tell you what, folks, it ain't very often I get excited about bonus racing, which I'm going to change that up next year. So stay tuned for that. We're going to add a little quirk to this bonus rounds next year. Anyway, I'm really excited to see Red Wine and Gump take on each other as we have 2 of the same castings. And these 2 cars are fast. So let's get ready for that bonus racing action. Starting us off in our bonus rounds, going to be Red Wine on the inside, Gump on the out up front. In the back row, we have Lobster Tail on the inside and the Streak on the out. We are racing. Subi versus Subi up front. And it's going to be Red Wine and the Subi taking the lead. And here comes Gump and his Subi trying to take over that lead, but he ain't going to quite do it down this stretch anyway. As we come down here to that final stretch, this could be a great race as we come down here. It's going to be Red Wine, Gump, Streak, and then Lobster. On to round number 2 of the bonus racing we go. We are racing. Down that first stretch they go. Look at that tightness in that group. Now they get here into the killer straight and they start getting a little bit of separation. As you've got Gump trying to hold off everybody. Now we got even more separation down to that final stretch we go. It is going to be Gump. Oh, hard hits. Lobster, Streak, Red Wine. This is the second bad wreck of the night by Gump. Check this out here at the finish line. He has too many more of these. He's going to be in a short-lived career. Look at him go flying through the air as he got rear-ended by Lobster. 2 nice bonus races so far. Let's see what happens here in race number 3 of our bonus rounds. We are racing. It's Lobster Tail out to a lead coming out of that gate. Oh, looky there, yeah, God, Red Wine putting in a block. Oh, we're on all kinds of discombobulated up there. We got binging and bonging and binging all over the place up there. As the Streak's got a big lead now coming down to that final straight. Oh, they all made it through that mess. If we come down here, it is going to be the Streak, Lobster Tail, Gump, and Red Wine. 3 bonus races, no DNFs. I'm loving it. We are racing one last time of the night, as it is a Streak taking the lead and right down that first straight. Down into Armageddon corner they go. He's now being challenged by Red Wine. Oh, the Streak gets crossed up there as he hits the straight for straight. He was really adrift in there, but I think he may have held on. We'll come down here to that final straight. Yes, it is going to be the Streak, Red Wine, Gump, Lobster. And this is how the final points in the bonus rounds played out, as all 4 cars managed to keep all 4 tires on the track, showing why they were tonight's bonus round participants, as they put up some nice points here. But now it's time to find out who tonight's big winner is. And I'm tonight's big winner in the Streak. Haven't seen that in a while. There's a Streak barely edging out Red Wine. The Streak had 26, Red Wine had 25, and Grump was right there with us with 24. Lobster Tail had 20, Bean with 11, and Frenzy has 11. They'll both be coming back next week. And Halo's been eliminated with his 7, and Crisscross has been eliminated with his 6. But now it's time to see how we set in our season point standings. And here's how we stand on our season leaderboard. His red wine is sitting there just out of the top 8. You can see where the red line's at. Next race, he'll be moving into that top 8, as the top 8 will be battling it out at the end of the season for the championship. The good news is we're not even at the halfway point. Our next race will actually be our official halfway point of the season. We'd like to thank each and every one of you see here on the screen for helping us make this channel what it is. This channel would not be possible without each and every one of you tuning in, and we'd like to thank you for that. Until next time, race fans, happy racing.
Have mercy.